games industry is one of the most innovative and fastest growing industries in the world. The men and women of this industry work tirelessly to provide entertainment for the masses, and some of these provide the music that we love, music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves playing those video games, music that we love, music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves listening to video games. Do we even know who these people are? No. Would video games be the same without them? No.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another awesome episode of Average Giants.
Hello!
Woo! There we are.
Yay.
Boom!
Thank everybody for stopping by for another delightfully entertaining episode. If not for you, then for us.
Indeed. Tonight we have some cool games, some games that I've been looking forward to showing, actually.
Yeah, we lucked out on this week.
Yes. Yes, we certainly did. So, we're going to be showing off a game called TerraTech, and with us in our Skype call is Russ. If you want to introduce yourself, Russ.
Hello everyone, I'm Russ Clark. I'm the lead developer of TerraTech. I guess I've been working on it for, getting on for 2 years now, but it's only really been sort of picking up seriously in the last 6 to 8 months. So It's a pretty exciting time.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. And one of the coolest things that we get to do on the show today is that you guys actually just launched a Kickstarter, right?
That's right, yeah, literally hours ago. So I'm still pretty wired from that, I have to say.
And you guys are already doing pretty good in the first... how many hours is it now?
Let's see, it has been... I think now it's been 8 hours.
You're already 2,100 pounds into it.
Yeah, good first push for sure.
Really good start, that's for darn sure.
So, what I wanted to do is normally we'll ask the developer for a quick synopsis of the game, but I thought today we'd do something a little bit different, and since you just started the Kickstarter, we're going to watch the Kickstarter video, we'll link it in chat, and then we can chat about it and start the game.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So everybody pay attention!
Hi, I'm Russ. I'm the lead developer of TerraTech. It's a procedural physics-based game about exploring an alien planet and mining resources and blowing stuff up.
We've had really great feedback from all the people we've shown it to. I'm really looking forward to getting the game out there.
It's a world that constantly changes, and that makes it very challenging to design for, but also makes it really good fun.
Part of my job as producer is to gather all the great ideas we're getting from everyone and get as many of them as possible into the full game.
In TerraTech, you're an off-world miner sent to another planet to gather up all their resources and send them back home to get paid. But you're not the only one there. There's other prospectors in the environment, and you're going to have to battle it out with those guys to get the best stuff.
What we're trying to do is create a world that's full of different kinds of challenges and leave it up to the player to work out how to engage with them. The alien planet is procedurally generated with lots of different environments, each of which has its own dangers and unique rewards. So each time you play, you're going to get a new experience.
As you progress through the game, you unlock different sets of blocks, each provided by different in-game corporations with their own unique styles. For example, Venture have lots of fast, small, light pieces that are great for building scouting vehicles, and Geocorp have heavy industrial mining equipment, which is really good for resource gathering.
The game has a lot of vehicle combat, but as you progress, it will in fact start to become more strategic as you build out a large base and control an entire fleet of units specialised for different purposes.
Occasionally, whilst exploring the environment, you'll find scripted encounters that will change up the pace of play. For example, you might find a canyon where you're challenged to fly across it and you're only given a small selection of blocks to work with. Or you might find an NPC who challenges you to race around their track and you have to build the fastest car that you can.
The single player experience is already a ton of fun, and we're seeing people having a great time with our free demo. But of course, one of the most anticipated upcoming features is multiplayer. and that's no small amount of work, and that's one reason why we're coming to Kickstarter now for additional funding.
We really want to develop this game in collaboration with our backers. We're getting great ideas from people already, so we've decided to put in features to allow people to share up vehicles with one another and with us. And the very best of those designs, they're surprising us, they're exciting us, they're going to make it into the final game. Every weekday at 5 PM UK time, we stream on Twitch TV. Come along and check it out.
For everyone who backs us for beta access, they'll receive regular builds all the way up until when we release on Steam. We'll also have the option to get exclusive access to our forum.
We've put a lot of work into TerraTech, and we still have a lot more to do to get the game finished, including some big features like multiplayer, finishing off the whole of the single player progression, and we have a load more corporations to put in the game. We really want to make this game as good as it can be for you, and for that we're going to need your support.
Thank you very much for watching. If you like the look of TerraTech, please back us. If you want to check out our free demo, it's available from our website right now. Thank you.
So, TerraTech, you guys have a lot. So, like, you just started, you're already £2,000 into your £35,000 goal, which is quite modest for
That's
Kickstarter.
heavy. That's heavy.
That's heavy, yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty excited. We've obviously, you know, as you can tell from the video, we're being reasonably ambitious with what we're going for here. And so one of our challenges was to try and keep the goal fairly low without actually then making it completely unrealistic. So we obviously had to make use of stretch goals a little bit just to, you know, take some of the stuff out of the core spec just so that it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
But if we continue to do well on the Kickstarter, then a lot of that stuff can come back into spec, you know. And if even if we just sort of get by our target, that doesn't mean that we won't do the extra stuff anyway. It just means that it might take a bit longer.
Which is good. I mean, especially I was going to ask, since you guys you said about 2 years into development here, what is it like kind of going into a Kickstarter already having worked on this game for 2 years? Like,
well, it's been quite a journey. I mean, to be precise, I think it's probably about I don't know, 20, 21 months, and that is since my very first prototype of the game, which was actually something that I just kind of put together very quickly in the first month after I left my job, just for something fun to do, and I then put it down for 6 months while I was trying to raise money for something else, which didn't work out, and then came back to it to kind of cheer myself up. That was about this time last summer.
oh, crazy.
Yeah, it was cool. And then it was only after a couple of weeks of that I suddenly realised it was actually pretty awesome, and started talking to people and finding people to put together into a team. And it's just ramped up basically. We haven't had any other full-time developers until about 2 months ago. You know, just some people helping us out weekends, 1 or 2 contractors, and then we've just ramped up massively, and we're going all out now.
Which is awesome. I have not had much time to play this. I don't like playing games before we show them on Average Giants. I kind of like that first impression.
Yeah, we try to play them as little as possible to add sort of the elements of surprise for us and our
But
viewer base.
that being said, I played through the first little fight here, and what did I said it was like Twisted Metal if it was mixed with Katamari. It's probably the best way that I could think about this first little spot.
That's really cool. That's the first time we've heard Katamari, actually. I like that. I like that a lot.
Now, we can name a whole bunch of games that could have been the inspiration, but what was the actual inspiration for this? Like, what made you want to build this game?
Yeah, I mean, if I had to, you know, go back and name something, I'd probably have to go all the way back to Lego, you know, which obviously I, as you can probably tell, played with a great deal as a child, and you know, something that's always, I mean, it's kind of the fantasy you have when you're building Lego cars, isn't it? What if they could really drive around and just mess each other up?
Right?
You knocked his wheels out.
A lot like that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, there are so many other games that are doing things kind of in this space in one way or another. Not so many, I would say, direct influences, but there's certainly some games, that I was playing a lot around the time when this first started to happen. I was playing a great deal of Terraria.
Yeah.
Or Terraria. I'm not quite sure which it's supposed to be called, but it's also
Whatever you
We're
want.
Canadian. It's both is fine.
so many things that I love about that. Just the way that you would navigate the environment and discover things. There was also not so widely known free. Well, maybe it's not free. A browser game called Captain Forever,
Okay.
which is like, if you imagine a sort of very simple Elite style universe, but it's two-dimensional with sort of vector graphics, where it's the same kind of concept. You have a spaceship and you build it together out of little blocks, and there'll be a rocket, and there'll be different types of guns and a shield and so on, and you stick it all together. It's pretty fun. So there were some things like that were influences, but I think there are probably a lot more deeper influences that just kind of pervade games, really. I mean, when we show this to people at some of the trade shows that we've been, the things that people bring up. This one.
Sorry, some of the things.
He's still alive.
Yeah, a lot of people say it reminds them of Spore, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, actually, we
As
saw
such
that in
a-
the chat.
Yeah, right. Such an organic game, but it's got something about that, I think. There's so many other games out there.
Oh man! So basically, with this game, you have infinite combinations of anything. You can remove anything you want at any time, add anything you want.
That's
at
one
any
thing I
time.
wanted to say is, like, we can say, oh, it reminds me of this, or this, or this, but really, this is one of the most unique games I have seen in a very long time.
What you should do is that you should take that tire and put it on top of your vehicle.
Done.
There is one game
Oh.
that has a slight similarity to this in the sense that you get to build your own vehicle,
I can't.
and it ends up being like very derpy because you can put anything anywhere. I don't know what it's called, but it's just one of those things.
What should I name this thing?
You should.
Yeah. You should name it. Yeah,
You're going to
there's,
make it back heavy.
No, I'm not.
Kerbal Space Program. That's what it is. No.
Sorry, go ahead, Russ.
No, that's right. I mean, there's a few games that we've found since we've been doing this out there with a mechanic that's similar in one way or another. Nice building there, by the way. I'm liking that a lot.
Oh, God, don't kill me. Anyway, go on.
One of the things that we've discovered since we've started to find out about some of the other games, though, is that quite unintentionally, there seems to be one design decision that most of all those other games have made, and this goes back to things like Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts, quite far back, that they all seem to have made that we kind of unwittingly went down a different path with, is the concept of the build mode. It seems like most other teams who've experimented with this kind of idea have done it in the context of a special mode, like a garage or a hangar or something, where you build your thing, and then you go out and you put it on the track, or you put it in the arena and you drive it, or you fight with it, and then you've got that sort of repeat. Go back to my garage and tinker, and then go back into the arena. And
That's
we've
not
kind
the
of come
case
to it.
here.
Right, we've
Real
done-
time.
Yeah, totally. Which is quite hard. I mean, it's not so easy to build when you're getting shot at or
Definitely.
falling over or what else. But so it's definitely less optimal in terms of precision building. But there's something organic about it that means you can get a sort of more crazy, kind of energetic experience doing it that way. And sometimes you'll make different build choices because you're under pressure, or things keep changing, which is quite interesting. So that's kind of a USP that I guess we've discovered as we've gone along.
He's still alive. You should call him Crashy McDerpy.
That's what I call myself.
I love watching people play the game. Honestly, we've shown it at about I think 4 different shows now, and it's one of my great pleasures just to stand behind people and see what they do, because it's almost like a personality test. The different approaches that people have, whether it's like super symmetrical, perfect neatness, everything exactly right, or it's just like the crazy stick everything on anywhere Frankenstein machine. You get the pack rats who can't leave any single block behind,
Giant megalith of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get people who just want to make the biggest thing they possibly can. It's so funny.
Okay, so the next question is about the material collecting portion.
Yeah, actually, same thing. I wanted to ask about the content, because you guys mentioned a lot of that, the material collecting, as well as the different corporations and the different types of missions are all things I was kind of curious about from that video.
Right, yeah. So we're obviously teasing a fair bit of this stuff that you can't get into in any depth in the demo, because the demo is really just focused on the combat and building mechanics. But obviously, as you're doing right now, you can go up and shoot stuff, and they drop all these shiny resource chunks, which you then can't do anything with. Sorry about that.
It looks like wood. Because I'm shooting.
Yeah. Those are all. My art director would probably want me to point out that those are all placeholder assets, and they'll have some different shapes. But everyone loves shiny cubes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, what you're doing there is actually one of the core activities of the game, resource gathering. Now you're just doing the sort of harvesting part, and then the gathering part you can also do if you have a tractor pad, which is one of the pieces that looks like it's kind of like the back of a flatbed truck. And if you've got one of those attached, then when you drive around near to some of those resource chunks, it'll kind of hoover them up and it'll hold them in a floating cloud, and you can cart them back to your base, except you don't have a base at the moment. But in the final game, there will be a base building that you start out with, which has a number of different components in it that are used for storage and for refining and for crafting. So the idea is you'll carry all these bits back, and then you'll process them into higher level things. Some of that you'll sell. This is kind of going back to the fiction of the game, that you're this off-world miner, sent to raid alien planets for their natural resources in good old-fashioned Earth style, and just ravage them and send it all home for money. And then you'll use the money basically as a way to unlock the new components, which you are then allowed to manufacture. That's our kind of. It's not really an Wow, that's amazing.
I'm trying to bring these 2 big wheels to the other 2 big wheels that I got, and then I can make 4 wheels.
Like a giant big wheel.
That is a thing of beauty.
Yeah. What I would do is that I would make it as large and flat as possible.
Oh. No, these wheels will do the job. You'll see. You'll see, my friend.
I'm sure I will. So you got to basically pull everything off now and make 4 another area of 4. I don't think you can do it though. You don't have enough space for the front wheels and the back wheels.
Yeah, you need some more big geocorp blocks. That's always the challenge with the mix and match approach. Differences in scale.
So go find yourself something else to kill and then come back.
Wait. Okay.
Anyway. But yeah, so we're kind of giving you a hint of how this is going to work, but in the current demo you don't have the base. So the base is actually constructed in the same way as the normal tanks. It's just built out of blocks, and instead of wheels you just have a sort of spike that sticks in the ground, and you attach them all to that. And you can use all the same blocks. So if you take a tank that's got a laser gun on it or something, and then you stick it onto one of these spikes in the ground, and it's a rotating spike, then instead of a tank, you've got a cannon turret. And that's it's that simple.
So what you do there? No, you put it back where you had it. Put back. I was gonna say put back where you had it. Then you could just attach the wheels to it up there.
It's a personality test.
Oh god, that's gonna be tough.
You guys are actually demonstrating now one of my other favourite things to watch at the trade shows, and that is backseat builders. I love it.
The local multiplayer makes for an interesting concept of people telling you what they want to see, and then People
That's,
doing the exact opposite just to piss you off.
we would be remiss if we didn't ask about
This-
the ideas you guys have for the multiplayer.
Yeah, so multiplayer, is pretty much the first thing that everyone asks for once they get the idea of the game. So it's obviously super important for us. Basically, kind of the first thing we want to do is just get a scenario where you can be in the same world, synchronous multiplayer, and you can go adventuring together. People can team up and then share all their resources, or if they want, they can play versus against each other and do it more like a kind of, well, not death match, but in competition. It's one of those things that I think the focus for us is to get it in and give it to people in a basic form, and then see what they do with it.
Interesting.
Which is kind of our philosophy, our design philosophy for the whole game, really.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's obviously synchronous multiplayer is a big feature, and that was one of the ones that we had to think long and hard about, because we weren't going to be able to offer that within a low Kickstarter total threshold. So we decided to make that a stretch goal, and that's why the multiplayer is our first major stretch goal. So we're really hoping that we get to that. If we don't get to it, as I say, we'll find another way to bring that along when we can. But we really hope we can get to it in the first Kickstarter. But yeah, so the start point really is just throw people in the world at the same time and see what they do. But then when it starts to get more interesting is when we start to build out some of the kind of challenge modes. So in the build you're playing at the moment, there are a couple of challenge modes that you haven't looked at yet, which just give you kind of specific things to try to do rather than just driving around fighting. And
which we will
they're
get
quite
to.
fun. Yeah. They're fun, but they're going to be so much more fun when you've got ones designed for multiplayer. If you imagine you've got situations where you've got a group of people fighting over a bunch of resources in the middle, or some kind of race scenario where you actually have to build your car first before you can race it, or maybe at the same time, or whether you can shoot bits off the other cars halfway around and pick them up and stick them on your own. Awesome! Someone in the chat just said Hunger Games. I'm so glad you said that, because that's one of my favourite ideas that we really want to do, is have a Hunger Games mode where you have a pile of pieces in the middle and you all spawn outside and you have to drive in and grab what you can and then run away and see what you do from there. Yeah.
Oh man.
We're going to do that mode.
Oh man, that's going to be great.
Yeah, so one of the really cool things about it is that it's such a sandbox of an engine. There's so many things that you could do with it. So again, this is part of the reason why we're so keen on just getting people engaged with playing it and telling us what they like and kind of watching what they do, and then using that to guide us with how we open things up. Because much as we love the ideas that we have, we're never going to think of all the cool ideas.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I'm so engaged by this. Just trying to do one simple thing.
And I'm trying to shut up, because
I'm sorry.
I had a way that you could have done it without getting all those extra pieces.
But it's my school bus.
I like the fact that when you the longer your vehicle is, the harder it is to turn.
Yeah, that's why I put that wheel in the back. That's what's
that's
actually
exactly
making me turn.
But now it's also dragging, isn't it?
That's okay.
It's only temporary, I guess.
Hopefully I can grab all those wheels from here.
Yeah, you're going to have such a good time when you get all the big Geocorp wheels on there. I can't wait for you to manage that.
That's the first challenge. Get big wheels.
Oh man!
I want to pull out my Lego now.
I know. I love how unique this is.
You could have actually just put two wheels in the center, two big wheels in the center, and have the two smaller wheels on the outside. That way it would never tip. It would just go doot, 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 doot. But
I also
still have to
couldn't
find a
shoot
place
straight.
for your guns. Yeah, that'd be the other thing.
Okay, buddy. Come on. Turning,
Hey, buddy.
turning.
Come on, buddy.
We
Hey,
got
buddy.
this. We got this. Oh, man.
You're having some issues. Quit driving.
I could see this game actually becoming pretty popular, even with the YouTube and streaming crowd.
And once multiplayer kicks in, and I have no doubt that this game is just so inventive that
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to jinx anything, but
Snap.
it's awesome. So, like, once multiplayer happens, and I'm sure people will want to see that happen, like, to no end.
Yes. Yes.
No, you're not gonna have enough room.
Oh yeah, I am.
You are. Oh, you are.
Oh,
Just
don't
barely.
even
I think he's going to
try.
make it.
Don't even.
There it is.
Don't even, my friend. I know what I was doing.
Sure, you
It's
does.
my school bus with my
I'm
monster
sure
truck
you
wheels.
does. That is dildos.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Are being shot at?
No, my stuff.
Oh, there's one over there though.
I know. He's been
Yeah.
there like the whole time.
Oh, he's just not doing anything. Okay. How good is he? Was it difficult to establish the AI for the building of the vehicles? And that didn't work at all.
My wheels!
Or the
You lost your wheels.
My wheels!
They were quite low on health. Yeah, so I mean, we're with the opponent vehicle designs. We're actually cheating a little bit. All those ones have been pre-designed, so we don't have any AI making building decisions at the moment because that's going to be quite tricky. And we're getting around that in other ways, like.
Anyway, yeah.
It was so good for a brief period of time.
I'm not down yet. The gun's still shooting.
You are now officially known as the Black Knight.
It's nothing but a flesh wound. Oh no, my gun!
I'll bite your arm off. Wow, that
Oh,
was
man.
amazing.
Okay, so let's check out
Punishment.
the rocket challenge. Can you explain the rocket challenge in here?
Yeah, so the rocket challenge is the first of the challenge modes that we put in, and the idea with this is that we've got this sort of idea in our heads of how the game is going to play when it's finished. You'll have this world and you'll explore, and there'll be all these kind of scripted events and things that will happen that will link to other things, and some of those will be like a mission giver type guy, will challenge you to do something, but we want to show people what those ideas can be before we've built all that stuff out. So we just thought, why don't we actually why don't we mock up? You probably want to just go, oh, okay.
Yeah. That's neat.
Authorized TerraTech user account.
All good.
I think you found a bug there.
Okay. We are so good at finding bugs
Yeah,
in this show.
we help out all of our developers.
It's
that come
what
on.
we do.
Appreciate it, guys. That's very good of you.
problem.
Yeah, if you just go into the start new on that mode, then it'll give you the pile of bits to build with, and then if you want to play about with the Twitter feature, that's super cool. It takes a bit of a while to load at the moment, so you have to give it some time. But anyway, yeah. So we just thought, what about a mode which isn't about combat? Because some people, when we see them play, they don't really want to fight; they just want to build stuff. And we'll give you a challenge. We'll make some rockets, and see how far you can fly them.
Oh my
So-
God.
This is the mode where we kind of tip up the box of Lego bits, and you have to sort of dig through them and see what you can make.
This is amazing.
You've made us very happy men.
Glad to hear it.
And the best part about this is that I have no backseat backseat comments right now because I have no idea what I do in this situation.
Oh, you'll have some comments pretty soon, I'm sure.
Yeah. More comments, the better.
We might have to switch.
Those are fuel tanks.
We might have to switch to
Mega
give us each a
booster.
try at this one.
You go under. You go under.
So the pieces that we give you in this mode, there's a sort of spread of different types. There's obviously some basic connecting blocks that you've got there. You've already found the big rocket boosters.
Yep.
They're a lot of fun. They're very fuel hungry, obviously. But you've got them there. They're very powerful, and there are some smaller rocket boosters that you'll see lying around as well. That's a big fuel tank that you put on. That's got a very high capacity, but it's slow to refill.
Okay.
And there are also small fuel tanks, which are obviously lower capacity, but they're a bit faster to refill. So depending on whether you want capacity or refill rate, you can choose your balance of those. You've also got some wings in there, which will give you lift if you can go in the right direction. Small wings and left and right big wings. If you look carefully, you'll see some hover pads, which are the little round things.
Oh, cool.
With like a yellow bit in the middle.
Yep.
Those are an alternative to wheels. If you put them on, if you point them so that they face downwards, then they'll repel the ground, and so you can have a frictionless craft, which is always an interesting challenge. Or you can put them on the side, and they'll catch you if you fall over, whatever. And then you've got you've got some wheels in there to if you just want to. The wheels are quite good for getting takeoff. So it's kind of over to you what to do. You can go with a traditional rocket strategy where you make a thing that's designed to go up. You could try and actually build a plane, which takes some doing.
Maybe you should make that a 4x4 instead of 3x3.
Yeah.
You might actually be able to fit some stuff properly instead of making Crashy McSplody.
What's wrong with Crashy McSplody?
Everything's wrong with Crashy McSplody.
Nothing's wrong with Crashy McSplody.
Yeah, if you can make it anywhere.
But we need to put the rockets on the bottom.
I think what you should do is start off with just a very, very simple thing instead of making something huge. Start off with something simple and see what it does.
Yeah, that's generally good advice, I'd say.
I do like taking good advice.
Not for me, though. Put one on the other side, maybe, and then just put a fuel tank and just let it go.
Look how many we have, though.
Let it go, let it go.
But look how many we have.
What are you doing? What's going on? Uh-oh! This isn't small at all.
Don't worry about
that is definitely a valid strategy. You're going to need plenty of fuel, though. I'll warn you.
Plenty of space.
Oh,
you
what
can
about
do 2 large fuel tanks.
Oh, but we only have 3. Oh, wait. Little guys. Haha.
Man, I'm going to have to go home and play this now.
I know! This is amazing!
Well, I mean, technically I could play it right now on my laptop since I have that open, but then I wouldn't be able to talk much. Or laugh at him.
What? Okay, we've got fuel, we've got rockets. I think we have 1 hover pad. Maybe get more than 1.
I think you should just blast off and let it go.
I think that could work. You should give that a go. By the way, so Cherry Brawler in the chat, nice name by the way, Cherry Brawler.
I know, I love that one.
Was asking if it was PC only. So right now it's PC, it's Windows and Mac. You can get both from the demo on IndieDB. And then we're investigating Linux, and we'll probably investigate it faster if loads of people ask about it. And then as for consoles, that's something that we're definitely going to do in the future. But
it's going to be like a stretch goal or something like that? If it happens?
It might be a stretch goal. It's a bit tricky because obviously we're a small team, and that is something that could distract a huge amount of focus away from the core of what we're doing. So it kind of depends. If we're able to line up the right kind of deal that we can do it without jeopardizing the main game, okay, but it's not going to be something that we do at the same time, because that would just be a recipe for disaster.
What button do I push to ignite rockets?
Shift. The shift key is the key you want.
That's only 30 meters, man. Did you just let go, or did it just die?
Nope, it died.
86 meters!
I beat my record!
Yeah.
And you still had some left.
Yeah, that's your classic straight up rocket strategy right there.
Love it.
It's pretty good, I admit.
Thank you.
Now you just have to beat Steven.
Alright, Steven.
Steven at 100 meters.
Alright, Steven. We're going to attach proper wings. Come on, Wing. Come on, Wing. I know you know which way to go. No, you don't. You're drunk.
Go home, Wing. You're drunk.
So those names in the top right hand corner, those are some of our mining recruits, which is our little kind of player club that we started for some of the people who've been super hyped about this from the early days.
That's cool.
And they're really keen. We give them our build updates a few days early so that they can just check it out and set us some records that we put in the scores.
Oh, so those are real records?
Those are real records from real people. They're definitely beatable, but they're the records in there right now. And then in the Kickstarter, at some of the sort of mid-level reward tiers, there's options to join the mining crew, which is like the next stage of this. So those are people who are like, it's like a club basically, and they get a bit more engagement. And we've got some features planned to try and connect those to each other, so they can kind of play together, a bit like the Sun Bros or something in Dark Souls, if you play that,
What are you planning? You gonna plan on taking it across the desert as opposed to above the desert?
We're gonna see. We're gonna see where it goes. Oh, that's not gonna get any lift.
So I'm just gonna sound a note of caution there. I think you might have your wings upside down. They'll still just about work, but you probably want to swap those two wings over, the ones that you had.
Thank you.
Put a wing on then put a wing on the front, and then put another wing on the back, and then we'll just spin in circles, right?
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
There you go. You can just about fly these things upside down, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Challenge! Are you going to try? You don't have any fuel, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do?
I have 2 fuel canisters.
You have 2 fuels?
No.
I don't know if this is going to work.
I don't think it's going to work.
I don't think it's going to work. I don't know. It's...
We're gonna see.
I don't know.
We're gonna see.
I don't know. If it does, then yay. If it doesn't, then good.
You're top heavy. I mean, butt heavy.
Butt heavy.
It's butt heavy.
Butt scratcher.
Put you there.
So what's your record?
My record, I'm not actually sure with this build because we have to rebalance things occasionally, and then all the records get invalidated. I mean, you can go pretty far. One of our mining recruits has actually gone quite a lot of kilometers.
Oh wow!
In this mode, he was very persistent. It's kind of it's a demo build, and if you push it too far, you'll find ways to break it. And one of the ways you could break this is you can make basically a vehicle that doesn't ever have to touch the ground. But it'll take you some time to work it out.
20 meters.
I would imagine.
I've got a wing stuck in my butt. Oh wait, if I just...
Things are falling off.
Yeah.
If you get stuck like that, if you click that little thing that looks like a Google Maps locator, it'll just teleport you back to the start.
Oh. There we go. There we go. Nope. I've got stuff. Nope. Get away. We're not a rocket. Oh, maybe we
That's
are.
what you needed.
We need more fuel.
That kind of works.
Oh. Yeah. Need more fuel. Off. Off.
This is almost as like QWOP for building spaceships.
I'm quite impressed though that was just about a viable aircraft.
Yeah.
Pretty good achievement.
Well, it's good that it's upside down now, because then you can really focus on whatever is underneath it.
Well, yes, actually, I wanted to figure out those hover thingers.
The hover thingers?
Yeah, the pads, hover pads.
So having it butt heavy is actually good, because then it'll get you to actually start going upwards.
Yeah, it gives me a bit of a takeoff.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
You went 70 meters. You gotta beat 86 though.
Nope. Stop.
Now, does going back to the
more
beginning
fuel
restart your fuel as well?
Well, your fuel regenerates as it goes.
It does. All the while you're not boosting, it'll recharge.
Funky. So put a lot more fuel on it.
That's what I was planning. Read my mind, giant.
Oh god. Yes!
Yay! Yay!
Excelsior!
Whoa, no! Oh.
You beat your record.
That's pretty good.
We're in the air.
You could definitely get 100 meters with that.
Hear that? You could definitely get 100 meters.
Maybe you should.
I'm exploring.
Can you put larger rockets on it?
You know what? We can definitely try.
Because then you might be able to get a better boost to it. Because that's how it works, right? I don't think you have room for it.
So all we have to do is make room, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
That's the way to do it.
Oh man.
More power. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, give it a try now.
Oh, it's not gonna have any fuel.
Whatever. Maybe don't break
There we
stuff
go.
like
Oh yeah, I can't even handle the fuel. Ah!
Does it tell you anywhere what your fuel level is at?
No, people keep reminding us we need to do that. We haven't got around to it. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
That's okay.
If you give it about 5 seconds plus, that's normally enough to do a full recharge. Maybe more if you've got big fuel tanks because they're slow.
Whoa.
You're not actually flying anywhere,
No, we're hovercraft now.
and it's not doing anything.
We're a hovercraft now.
Yeah, you're a bit on the heavy side.
Yeah.
You could always consider adding a couple more wings, but you might need some more thrust and just more of everything, basically.
You're heavy, so add more everything. Lessons learned in life. When all else fails, add shit. It's floating away.
No. Just slowly.
Your hover thingies were taking you away.
Oh, you know what we could do?
Nick.
Yo.
Use all the things!
We can also do a super duper 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 light build.
A light build?
Super
I
duper.
don't know.
I think we even have enough for a third.
Oh yeah, put one out the side. Just let it spin in a circle.
Boop. Whee! Whoa, 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 whoa! There we go. No, wrong way! Oh, Nikes.
Whee!
Whoa!
Oh!
Almost had a... Oh dear. Oh dear.
That is nice. I like that.
Thank you. Yeah!
Oh.
Whoa! Nosedive's too early, though.
It reminds me of a person with a really crappy ability to fly an RC plane. We're gonna do this! Oh.
But will this make you too heavy?
I don't know. Let's give it. Maybe it'll balance it out.
So I've just noticed we've actually got one of our mining recruits in the chat right now. Hey, Ryan.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
Hi, Ryan. Oh, snap. Oh.
This guy can give you some building tips, I can tell you. He's
He's
pretty talented.
He's the man.
Uh-oh. Oh. I forgot this. A friend. Man.
He is the man. The boogeyman. Bogeyman.
The bogeyman.
He's a golfer.
Oh, this is amazing.
I almost think you need more weight in the back. Like, your butt heavy nature.
My badonk
was
is too
working.
strong.
Yeah. You need more junk in that trunk. So, there's a way that you can make it heavier in the back. I don't know how though.
Ow. Move. Please.
Just hit things lots.
Please move. Up. Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa. I'm sorry. I could spend hours and hours and hours on this. This is amazing.
Oh.
So, do you guys have? I know you just started the Kickstarter, but do you have any time frames that you have set of when you think the next versions are coming out or anything like that?
So what we're shooting for is an October Steam Early Access.
Okay. That's pretty early. Or soon.
It's quite ambitious, yeah. Yeah. My producer turns a funny colour every time I mention that to him. But that's what we're going to go for. And then, so we just updated the free build, the demo on IndieDB. We did that at the same time as the Kickstarter, so the one you're playing is super fresh. And the idea is that we're now, because we've got like a beta access tier in the Kickstarter. From basically after the end of the Kickstarter, assuming we're funded, the main focus into new builds is going to go to the people who've backed at that tier, and they'll get regular builds all the way through to release, at least once a month, but should be more frequent than that, hopefully. And then the free demo on IndieDB, we'll update that from time to time, just to kind of, when we've got some stable stuff that we can kind of filter back into it. But the focus on the new stuff will go into the demo build. So it'll be pretty regular exposure to new content for those people at least.
Interesting. That's good. I'm quite impressed, actually. I mean, you guys have definitely been working on it for 2 years now, so you have a great product already.
Yeah, it's with what there is that this already has way too much replay value.
Awesome.
Well said.
Oh, that's good to hear. Thank you very much.
Build a TIE fighter, Savvy says.
Yeah.
But I don't have any ion engines. I need 2. Haha, nerded.
I like your ambition. Like especially with the flying stuff, you've got to decide generally between making something that works but probably looks a bit functional, or making something that looks cool but doesn't work. And making something that works and looks cool is like the highest level of attainment. So kudos for going straight for that. and good luck.
If you can figure that out,
Oops.
You win.
No, but you want to see something cool? See, we got these wheels, right? But we can't use them because there's only the 2. So what we need to do is get underneath this and put this one hover rubber. Whoop! There. That's cool. And then we need to clear my runway. All this junk up in my trunk.
I think you need more fuel tanks, so...
Yeah, you're probably right, but we're going to see. Because I want to see what this takeoff does. With the wheel.
If there actually is such a thing as a takeoff in this build.
Huh?
Your front
Blur, blur.
Your front
if you want to drive forward while you're boosting, because if you're not pressing forward, then the wheels are going to break.
There we go.
Oh. Nope.
Oh, it's because the hover isn't where I want it to be.
You have to put it in the very front.
No, I want it further back.
You want it back more? Why?
Because I have the wheels in the front. If I put the hover and the wheels in the same place, it's just going to go bonk.
Exactly.
That's not what we want.
You get it.
That's not a takeoff.
Sure it is.
No, it isn't.
How did you get 80?
Anyway.
How did you get 88 meters on that last one?
Because I'm amazing.
Yes, you are. I'm sure. When I see your name up where Steven's name is, then I'll be amazed.
You just
You have
jealous.
12 minutes to do it.
There we go.
Or you could try the third thing.
Yeah, I would like to try the third thing.
He's sliding away. Is there going to be any music for this game?
Yes, there is. Yes, we haven't managed to get anything in just now. We are talking to some very interesting people about that. Can't say anything at this moment, but we've got some pretty talented different people that we're talking to. So I think there's going to be something quite nice that we'll hopefully be able to say more about soon.
Like a full soundtrack sort of deal, or just a...
Oh yeah, we'll definitely have a soundtrack. I think it's the kind of game that needs something a little bit expansive because you're exploring an alien world and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking for something like orchestra style, or...
Well, possibly. I wouldn't say that we're wedded to orchestral per se, but if you've watched any of our videos, including the Kickstarter video, you'll see that that's what we've used so far, because it does just seem to work.
Flight of the Bumblebee does make sense.
Yes, yeah, no, that works very well. Oh,
still too front
top
heavy.
Yeah, part of your problem there is that all of your thrust is above your center of gravity, so it's pushing you down.
So if you could get 3 underneath as well.
Well,
then
we're getting heavy.
Then you have a winner. But now
No,
you
you're
have a
getting
loser.
heavy. Okay, checkpoint race.
Checkpoint race.
Terra Firma or Wing It? What are the options there?
I'm going to recommend Terra Firma to get started. Wing It is punishing.
Okay, you got it.
We like punishing, though. It's more entertaining for the audience.
Well, I salute your bravery.
I like it already.
So this one's a straight up checkpoint lap. You've got a bunch of checkpoints. You can see the first one there. You've got to go around in the time. You can see some benchmark times to compete against. We're obviously giving you some different pieces in this mode. I think there are still some wings and stuff if you want to mess around with them. You'll also see some of the big geocourt wheels there that you can experiment with. You can see a little sort of round thing on the ground that's a fan.
Okay. Like a turbine?
Like a turbine, exactly.
Turbine.
Turbine? I don't know what that was. Sorry.
It's turbine. It flies planes. Don't you know anything?
So that was one that we kind of built it for the flying mode, and then we had to take it out because it doesn't consume rocket fuel. So it means you can basically fly forever. If you get your vehicle balance just right, which is not trivial at all.
Wheels over there.
Yeah, we chucked it in this mode for people to mess around with, and turned out to be surprisingly useful, in fact.
Okay. I know you guys think that I'm just doing this, but that would be boring. So boring. So boring, in fact, that I've already thought of something that we need to do that's going to be a lot more fun.
You're going to put more wheels on it.
Who needs wheels?
Well, it is fairly balanced, so you could put a fan on it.
Yeah, a fan would be neat, but it's not what I want.
What are you going for? It's now so off-center.
That's okay. We'll
so
figure it out.
you add yourself the rockets to it, and you have to add fuel for the rockets.
Yep.
So you'll still be able to go forward. It's just that you'll get the extra boost from the rockets while they're out.
So I want to move this over one. Oh well.
I gotta work, man.
You gotta work?
Not gonna work.
Oh, that's not gonna work?
No, it's not.
Why wouldn't that work?
Because it's off-center.
I think
You're killing OCD people right now.
they're gonna have to take it.
You're making
Sorry,
them
guys.
claw their eyeballs out right
Sorry,
now.
guys. Much love.
How could you put it off-center? You can't put it off-center. Stop it. What are you doing? Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. You saw it here live on Average Giants.
This is awful.
Oh, man. Can I fit more?
No, I think
I need fuel.
You can put one more underneath. That's a
Alright.
lot of fuel tanks. God, that's so stupid.
I think that's all the big ones. Oh,
This is going to end in spectacular
Yeah.
fashion.
I quite like how this looks.
no.
So first of all, you have to get over everything. And you're back heavy.
That's okay, we'll just fly over it.
I'm sure you will. Now if you can get up the one hill. Okay, so you still have to get the checkpoints. You've already missed one.
I haven't missed one. It's open world.
It's a little bit heavy. Follow the checkpoints. Easy.
Fuel for days.
E-
Whoa, lift off. Whoa, lift off.
This is not working.
Oh, this is so working?
You've already ran out of fuel.
Yeah, and now I have more.
All right, here you go. Oh, were there any guns in that pile?
Don't need them. I'm a monster truck.
Oh, okay.
No, there aren't.
Oh, snap. Ah!
There are some other fun things though.
Do tell.
Well, you have to take them out. There's to be completely honest with you, I can't remember exactly what's in the fun.
Whee! Huh? Oh.
You're
Oh, you're doing pretty good,
you're
though.
gonna wheelie your way all the way.
See? I'm doing pretty good. Oh.
You are doing pretty good.
We're okay. We're
So
okay.
you're okay.
We're okay.
That is okay.
We're okay.
Look how good you're doing. It's awesome.
Magical. Whoa.
How many checkpoints are there?
There are. Oh, I can't remember the number. You've got 2 more left. No, you haven't got 2 more. You've got. Actually, I'm slightly behind, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap. Oh.
Left, right, no right, left, right, forward.
Wow, I'm loving this. So you mentioned that you guys are going to have regular updates. I'd just love to say now that We love having people back on the show to show off any updates or anything you have during
Okay.
the game. So if you want to stay in touch, I'm sure we'd love to have you back on the show. And I apologize about the time. I wish there was something more we could do about it.
That's all right, man. Honestly, I'm used to these kind of hours. Yeah, I'd love to come back. It's great. It's just it's awesome watching people play the game and having a good time with it.
Mm-hmm. It's such a fun game.
So now you got to try. What are you doing?
What do I got to try?
What are you doing?
Come on, go. What do I got to try? I thought you were going to tell me something.
I was going to ask, now what are you going to try?
Oh!
This is your time. It's your time up here.
My time to shine, baby. Wait, I'm kind of...
And it all ends when you go up Troy's bucket.
What?
Ha! You don't get the reference.
Nope.
I'm glad. It's from the Goonies.
Oh, wow. $50 bill.
No, it's not.
There we go. I was curious to see what these fans were like.
Fan.
I feel like that's the wrong way.
No, I'm sure it's fine.
Well,
If you start going backwards, then
hi,
you know why.
I'm a truck.
All right, go now.
No, that's not bad. Just a little bit.
Is it
more
working?
in the front.
Yeah, I don't know if it's working.
There we go. There we go.
Archer Mark got the reference only because American Dad referenced that movie. I'm so old.
You are pretty old.
I mean, come on. I was
I don't know how you live with yourself.
I was 3 years old when it came out.
Seriously, you're pretty old.
Bogeyman's off. Thanks for stopping by and
Yeah,
giving
thanks
us,
for stopping by, man.
some good tips
See you later, Ryan.
that Nick refused to pay attention to.
I didn't even see them.
Yeah, exactly.
You should have told me
Exactly.
them.
He said when the flying is add an extra set of wings, it'll help stabilize it, and then if you want to have if you want to put some wings on this right now, then it'll add downforce.
Oh.
Yeah, that's one of the fun sort of things that we discovered about this mode is that all of our wings, the three different types of wings that are designed to add lift, you can just turn them upside down and they give you downforce. So
Oh, right.
that is a valid strategy.
Oh, that's very smart.
Smart cookies here.
Whee!
Smart cookies. So did he put those fans on backwards?
No, the fans are the right way around.
Yes.
Yep. Very good.
That was pretty good. Breakthrough.
The thing with the fans, where the rocket boosters give you like quick, sharp thrust, the fans take a little while to spin up and a little while to spin down, so they're more good for a kind of continuous momentum.
Oh,
look at
and
this.
back when he was first making his vehicle and
Whoa.
the wheels started to disintegrate,
Whoa.
and you said it's because it had
They
low
were low on life.
had low life on it.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be life bars or some kind of
Indicator?
indicator for that in the future?
Yeah, almost certainly. I mean, what we've got at the moment is we've just got the sort of flashing red effect for things that are low on health. But it
Oh,
doesn't,
that's what that was. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, but it doesn't tell you very much about, how low and so on. So we're thinking that's probably not a good enough solution, and we'll need to. Wow, this is some good exploring you're doing here. I like it.
Yeah, I like this truck actually. Huh.
It's quite nice, huh?
Just as you said that, I like this truck bold.
Wow, that's the first time. Like, I'm gonna call it the wonky-eyed rubber ducky. That's what it looks like to me. So it has the weird eyes in the back, but the front looks like a
Yeah.
duck.
The googly-eyed rubber ducky.
Yeah, the rocket-powered googly-eyed rubber.
Rocket-powered googly-eyed duck.
It reminds me of Hypnotoad.
There's absolutely no mentioning of all glory to the Hypnotoad.
Oh man!
He says, Poopa Danny says Wally.
Trees out of my way. Oh.
Well,
So that's going to be one strategy that I personally try later on in the game, is instead of attaching things to harvest rocks in trees, I'm just going to strap on as many rockets to the largest wheeled thing as that I can find and drive directly into it.
that's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him.
Wow, dodgeball reference?
Well, I think that is our time for
Yeah,
for
that's going to
TerraTech.
call it for us. Thank you so much, Russ, for being on the show with us today. This
Now
was a
you can go to
blast.
bed.
Hey, thank you guys for playing the game. It's been really awesome to watch you play.
It was a delight.
Yes, and again, we would love to have you guys back on the show, and everybody needs to go check out the Kickstarter, which I'm linking right now. And we'll be back in probably a couple minutes once I clear my throat.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be looking at Concursion, and I see that Puba's already in the chat. So we will call you in a couple minutes, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
There. And we're back! And my
Hello!
face is cut off!
So now we are going to play Concursion, as
Whoa.
you can all see.
Whoa. Restart
And-
later?
What?
I was like, restart your computer now? I think not. I have stuff to do. So,
Yes.
we're going to be playing a game called Concursion, which I'm not going to... Actually, I'm going to let... Actually, I don't even know what you prefer to be called. Pooba, who's in chat, is going to join us on the call. Hopefully. If my Skype works.
Work.
Why, hello there.
Well, hello!
Oh, hi.
Would you prefer Pooba? Would you prefer Danny? Would you prefer Mr.
Oh, what?
Garfield Esquire?
Danny would be perfect. Or Danger. Danger is my middle name, but no, Danny usually.
Now, is Pooba a reference to Marsupilami?
Ha! No, it's a total gibberish word, like an inside joke from high school. It's
Okay.
just something I've been using for a long time, and it means nothing.
Oh, wow. We are going to have to restart the game just to get that controller working.
Ah, yeah.
No worries. We switched controllers right before we started, so not a big deal.
Oh, there goes the music. Everybody just
Oh, no.
cut it out and come
The
back.
whole world just exploded.
Yeah.
Done.
So, while I fix my erroneous error, lol, would you mind giving us a quick synopsis of the game?
Sure. Concursion is basically at its heart a 2D platformer, but the idea behind it is that it mashes together a whole bunch of 2D action genres into one seamless game. So if you can imagine, for example, playing as Mario, sprinting and jumping on enemies' heads and things, and reaching like a fracture in space, wherein when you dive across it, you turn into a spaceship. Your control remaps, and the button that used to run now shoots lasers. You don't fall from the ground from your jump because there's no gravity in Gradius, and so forth. And so the idea is you can jump straight from a platformer to a hack and slash to a shoot 'em up to a kind of Pac-Man maze game to a jetpack game, just all on the fly and perform these crazy gymnastics that you could kind of never do in one game alone.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this game kind of took us for
A loop.
a loop. We're just like,
Call it
wait,
like it
okay,
is.
it's typical
Oh, nice
platform
little
to start,
platformer,
and they're
that's
like, wait, what? What? What's going on?
So, would I be right in assuming that the inspiration behind the game is kind of like the retro games of Yonder?
Oh yeah, I've still got my Nintendo and my Super Nintendo hooked up. Playing Super Dodgeball just last week.
Oh
And
my
so-
god, Japan used to be my team.
Yeah, no, I gotta go USA. What?
I actually had that on the GBA as well.
You know what? I finally caved and bought a 3DS yesterday, and that's the first game I bought.
Nice. My wife has the 3DS, I have the Vita. But the 3DS
All right, well,
very
I've got
good
one of each. We can play.
There you go. So,
Yes.
who did the art?
The art is actually, I'm a dreadful artist. I ended up working with a team called Somatone, and basically brought them this tremendous problem and kind of went, so we have a lot of art, but also we have 5 different styles, and so what we tried to do is kind of do one of the styles in kind of Flash, one of them in kind of CG renders, one in literal watercolors and so forth, so that you could differentiate the different universes before you jump into them and kind of react before you get there.
That's
And
cool.
so, yeah, kind of went like, could I have 5 games of art? And let's, so I sketched almost all of it, and then somebody with talent went and made it.
Hey, whatever works though.
Yep.
I was gonna mention something. Oh yeah, in our show we have a horrible. We never go over the storyline for the game when it does the opening sequence and that. I say if
Sure.
you guys want to know the story, just go buy the game. But I'm curious because we're gonna want to know about the green crystals raining down and the portals opening. So can you give us a little snippet?
Sure. I'll say I think the plot gets more surprisingly deep than it would appear at first blush. So right here you've got your classic princess in another castle reference. But basically the plot of the game kind of combines a handful of questions into one. Is the princess has been kidnapped for like the 100th time. You're going to see everyone reference that. Like, she's gone again, he got her again. Why don't we ever like draw a treaty? Why don't we ever have a guard stationed outside the castle? And the moment she's kidnapped, there's kind of this explosion, and these gem shards rain down all over the place, and they seem to cause these tears in dimensions themselves, allowing all these different gameplay genres to smash together into one another. And so, as the game goes on, we're going to find out some people who might know what's going on and might know what Dark Lord Big and Bad's plan is. We're going to find some people who think they know what's going on, and I think it takes a big left turn that's pretty fun.
I just noticed that there's a really neat thing with this game.
I like things.
Yes, I just
Things
noticed.
are good.
I just noticed that there's a leaderboard for times.
Indeed.
Oh, nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
You are
I'm a
definitely
big fan of speedruns. So you're going to have to beat at least one leaderboard while we're playing.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. My Big Giant is our resident platforming expert.
The resident
that
platform
should be
expert,
very
then.
simple for him to do.
Yeah. Totally simple for me to do. Although I can't master the whole high jumping ability on this game.
You know what? To high jump, you actually don't need to push it right as you land on him. You can just hold the button through the impact.
Oh, so it automatically does it?
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you're holding when you impact, then you're golden.
The other problem is
instead I hurt myself.
with the stream we're getting a little bit of input lag.
Yeah, I can see that a little bit.
Did
Bummer.
you say a little bit of Nickelback?
Yes.
Hey, Nickelback is probably the greatest band of our time.
We're from Alberta.
Well, so the gem shards, you don't necessarily need them to beat the level, but what they do is, as the game goes on, they unlock a little bit of bonus content. But beyond that, there's actually a handful of levels at the end of the game that really just exploit the heck out of our system, and you can unlock them with more and more gems. So, for example, as the game goes on, in Act 3, we introduce the idea of what happens if bad guys don't shapeshift to suit their environment, and they can actually cross into your platformer and remain a spaceship. Things like that.
Oh,
Because typically, a ninja that comes out of Japan and drops into outer space is going to become a spaceship. They always shapeshoot to suit their environment. But as the game goes on, some enemies will actually become immune to that.
Sorry, go on.
And so, in the levels you can unlock with shards, we explore some things like, well, what happens if you're immune to the effects of shapeshifting? What happens if, for example, one of my favorite levels is whenever you face to the right, you're a platformer, and whenever you face to the left, you're a hack and slash ninja. And so there's all these really cool jump puzzles that allow you to take the really high bouncy jumps as your platformer, but you can only double jump when you're facing to the left and only grab walls to your left, things like that.
Oh my god, that's such a neat idea.
It's a ton of fun. As the game goes on, I'd say it doesn't necessarily get harder, but it gets more complicated and just starts digging deeper and deeper into the premise. As the game goes on, the boundaries between dimensions will actually start to move, and they'll be smaller and require all sorts of little small gymnastics. As you get further, the dimensions themselves will actually have intelligences, and enemies can throw platformer dimensional bubbles at you while you're a spaceship and kind of strip you of your jetpack and have you fall to the ground, things like that.
You're kind of wondering about what that was up
That's
there.
a spaceship.
Yeah. When we first saw that.
We've been very, very, very fortunate this week. We've had some really unique games, and it's neat how you're taking almost the retro and old gaming conventions and throwing them literally into a blender and seeing how well they work together, which is really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. So this right now, at least, I guess I'm behind. I'm watching you play, but I'm a little behind. Mm-hmm. So it's our first chance to shapeshift. And so, as we start out and introduce the genres, they're all kind of big flipbooky changes, so you can figure out each of the play zones. But eventually, you're going to get floating spotlights of one, and stripes of the other as you kind of real time jump off the floor as a platformer, catch a double jump as a ninja, and catch a horizon of jetpack and just fly off in the distance. And so it gets fast and furious. Too Fast, Too Furious. Tokyo.
And now we're on to a shmup.
Yep. So new. So, do you guys, what's that? Bleh, I'm totally blurred. Anyway, do you guys have like a price point in mind? Are there platforms that you're aiming to launch on?
Yeah, we actually just launched about 10-ish days ago. We're brand spanking new. We're on the market. So it's super exciting, scary. We don't know anything except that we exist yet. So yeah, to start with, we're actually... What's that?
Oh, sorry. It just, when you beat the level, it's disco.
Yeah.
It goes into a disco.
So we just came out on Steam and Mac App Store and Amazon and a whole bunch of other places, literally just like 2 Fridays ago. And so, yeah, we're out for PC and Mac. We're looking, just starting to dig in now that we just barely finished. How many monies? All the monies. Yeah, we just barely finished our PC and Mac version, so we're just about to start digging into potential for console releases.
Oh, great. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, this is a game I love, controller in hand. It feels retro, so playing it with, an Xbox or a PlayStation, or I actually use a USB-connected NES controller. It just feels right.
I still need to get one of those. I've seen them around the internet, and I just don't have one yet.
Oh, that's bullcrap.
Like I said, our resident platforming king.
It's no longer a platform, it's a shmup. It's totally, completely different. I had R-Type for the Nintendo Game Boy Color.
But you didn't have this many people cheering for you while you played it.
Exactly.
Like, we really believe in you.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
By believe in you, we mean we're scrutinizing you and watching very closely to every mistake.
Yes, I gotta remember not to go behind items.
It's a lot of silent judgment.
Yes. I judge myself in the same respect.
Yeah, one thing, it's probably not the right time because I know the music's silenced so we can chat, but one thing we actually did is every song in the soundtrack we re-rendered completely in kind of 5 virtual bands. So like the song that's playing right now, because you're in the shoot 'em up, is kind of like hard electronica. But if you were to get closer and closer to, say, that platformer area you were playing before, you'd pick up notes of like Saturday morning cartoon of the same song, and they would mix together like you're swapping those crossfaders.
Oh.
If you get to like our hack and slash, it's guitar-driven rock. If you get to our kind of Pac-Man Gauntlet world, it's chiptune. And so when you get close to levels that split them all together all at the same time and make a big mess of it, you actually get this kind of orchestra of all these different virtual bands playing at the same time.
That's so cool.
Well, so I don't know if this is a bug or if it was intentional, but that first like weird-looking spaceship that I killed, I passed it without killing it the first time, and then it proceeded to follow me from behind for the rest of the time.
Yeah, you can do that. You kind of have to be just right, and I'm not sure if it was on this stream, but if so, the input lag might have made it easier. Basically what he'll do is try to stay a certain distance from you and kind of stay safe out of your range and take heat seeker shots at you. If you pass him, he'll turn around and do it from the rear.
Yeah, and I couldn't get past him. I couldn't get behind him at all, so he was just following me for the remainder of the level.
The number one tip is to pin him against the ceiling or a floor. If you can pin him against there, then you'll be able to shoot him up before he gets by it.
Who did the music? You said we. Was it the same team as the art?
No, actually, I'm really lucky that a longtime friend of mine, Christopher Hogue, is actually an Emmy-nominated composer. He's done a lot of TV and film work, and I kind of, the same way with the art, brought him this tremendous problem of, can you do a soundtrack and do every song in 5 styles? Like, recompose them, reperform them
That's
entirely.
like 25 songs you're asking for.
It's 85.
Oh my god.
And so, he joined the team and made an amazing soundtrack. We're still trying to figure out how to put it out to the world because every song is in 5 flavors. So do we put out all the flavors? Do we mix them together into some kind of interesting 5-way blended version? And so, right now we just, along with the release of the game on Steam, put the EP, which is like our first 5 songs, tip of the iceberg, up on Steam.
I'm gonna have to check that out because I love this soundtrack.
Thanks.
This is cool. Okay, we were chatting about this. Is this one Ninja Gaiden? Was that?
Totally. That's
Kay.
yes.
Kay.
Yeah, for me.
Cool. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Yeah, if I have to pick for, the one apiece, it's, obviously Mario, Ninja Gaiden, Gradius is my favorite shoot 'em up. The jetpack one was like a mistaken inspiration. I kept saying it was Solar Jetman for Nintendo, and then I went back and played it this year, and that game doesn't play at all like our jetpack game, so I just remembered it wrong.
Hey, that's fine though.
Oh yeah, and then it's like Pac-Man meets Gauntlet. Pac-Man, except that enemies are going to start shooting bullets at you down the alleys for you to dodge.
Oh, here we go. Here's one of the little spots.
Yeah, this was the first, like, what?
Yeah, where the gymnastics start to come together a little.
I want to see what the music did. Oh yeah, you can hear a change.
So yeah, when you're in the ninja zone, it's going to be kind of this guitar-driven heavy rock, and when you're in the jetpack zone, it's going to be this kind of light ethereal electronica. And so as you move back and forth between them, you can hear them crossfade and move back and forth and blend. Like if you're right on the border, you'll hear kind of a 50-50.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really neat. I mean, hey, I'll throw out a little, if anybody wants to tinker. I put a little tech demo of it up at puuba.com, puuba.com/music, and there's just our theme song in 5 flavors, and you can just nav between them back and forth and get a feel for how it works.
Pretty, it's the little details that always make things that much more interesting. And this is one of those pretty cool things. Man, those best times are insane.
I think.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just think you need to go for it.
Cherry,
No,
this is why I do this show, is so I can have a 2-hour nerdgasm once a week.
Is it really messy, or does that hurt your playing the game?
With proper cleanup, it's not too bad.
Okay, all right.
He just blames it on the ectoplasm.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, one cool thing I hope we get a chance to take a peek at is actually, I imagine we won't get too much further than the first boss, but the bosses are actually opportunities to dive into like different genres all over again that maybe don't seamlessly work.
Oh, okay.
So like, for example, I'm a huge Street Fighter fan, but you can imagine if we had, the hero, the player, dive into Street Fighter, that it kind of like, the action would stop down, you're locked on the screen, you've got health bars and so forth. So like our second boss is actually a Street Fighter inspired giant, martial artist throwing huge kicks and punches at you while you shoot him up with a spaceship.
Oh, cool.
Our third boss is actually like an actual JRPG trio of like fighter, white mage, black mage, and they're taking turns from a menu that you can see item magic and fight, but you can interrupt their turns because you're totally real time as the ninja, just like taking swings at them whenever you want.
Oh wow!
Went the wrong way.
But you got a shard.
Yeah. This is like Ninja Turtles 2.
Oh, another shard.
Read the swing.
I love the
That's
shards.
the wrong way too.
What was I gonna ask? Oh no, I was gonna say we had a game a couple of weeks ago, if not months ago, where they were kind of. Oh, you can see the rocks in the jetpack level went through and turned into lizards from the platforming level.
Yeah.
So cool.
And so, yeah, every enemy in every world has kind of a one-to-one relationship with an enemy in a different world, in each of the different worlds.
Oh,
and so it allows us to do really like interesting, convoluted attack patterns. Like one of my favorite levels in Act 2, there's these like heat-seeking bad guys in the platformer world, and they just relentlessly chase you. But when they go into the space shooter, they turn into kind of mindless, inert asteroids. And so we've got this kind of center horizontal stripe of space, and the top and bottom are platformer. And so they kind of make these shoelace-shaped figure eights trying to catch you. Like they'll turn around, adjust course at the top and bottom, but then turn into a stupid asteroid and just straight line through it.
Wow. That's... Oh god, this is so original. I was going to say, a couple months ago we had another game that It was a neat game. It was all about like... It was giving an ode to gaming. So,
Retro Runner.
Yeah, Retro Runner. And you would go through, and it changed based on the years of gaming, but it was all kind of...
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was neat, but it was very linear. And you guys, this is so much different, because it's all mixed in. It's literally a blender, and you take what you get.
Figure it out.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, that worked.
That was much less work. Oh.
That was less terrifying than it could have been.
I was sure I was just going to end up in lava.
Disco.
Disco, 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 disco.
Na, 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 na.
Now, what's up with the whole ending spot there with the disco?
When he does the
you
Saturday
know-
Night Live. Or,
We went around and around for how we should end the levels. We were like simple things like, oh, marathon ticker tape, or 100 ideas, and it just quickly became obvious that it had to be another game. If the whole game's about jumping from genre to genre, it had to be another game. And so
yeah.
I just
What?
one of the games I really wanted to include and couldn't
What
find a seamless way
is-
was DDR. So those are my ode to Dance Dance Revolution.
Well, we can definitely relate to that.
Yeah, we totally
We were
can.
huge into DDR when we went to college.
That's exactly right. That's
Yeah.
exactly when I did it.
This is
Oh,
ridiculous.
Pac-Man King, you got this.
Pac-Man game. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
using
so
the
you can
wrong
imagine
controls.
like come Act 3 and you're playing Pac-Man, but there's spaceships shooting down all the rows and columns, things like
man.
that.
What was the other thing? I also wanted to touch on, you were chatting with Giant earlier, and this game sounds like it has a lot of content.
Yeah, it's 7 acts long. It's got as the game goes on, proper cutscenes and whatnot. But it's just shy of 70 levels all told, and 7 bosses. So it takes me still just shy of 7 or 8 hours to beat it. So it's pretty meaty.
Wow. And
Hey!
for the
That
price,
was
that's
awesome.
crazy.
Yeah, it was really. I think we could have done less and not been blamed, but it was just. It's such a rich premise from a gameplay perspective that I really wanted to explore everything we could.
Yeah.
You need time to learn the dimensions, and then to have them move around, and then to have them be intelligent and chase you, and then to have enemies be immune to it, and so forth. And so, I just wanted the space to explore.
It's really neat. This is a lot of questions that we get with the indie game magazine and that kind of thing is how do you properly
Keep doing that.
3 lives 3 times he's done that. How do you properly build games and that kind of thing? And this is a really good example of you guys. You had what am I trying to say here? You had one idea. You're like, I want these 5 games, and let's see how many different things we can do combining them all. And that becomes your palette, and you're just really mixing the paint as you go through.
That's a perfect analogy. Yeah, it's just once you've got the tech done, it's a question of what kind of art can you make with it. And I don't know if I'm the best artist, but it's just the more we played, the more it was clear that there was more things to explore. The idea is that we introduce because we built the game in order in all the levels, and so some of the things that we do in our 5th and 6th and 7th act are things that we never considered doing until we kind of got there and realized man, we should try this.
Yeah, totally. I could understand that for sure.
Wow. Yeah, this game is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I suck at it.
So I know it's early. You guys just launched. Actually, no.
Ludicrous
What I wanted to ask
speed.
next was what was the most difficult thing you guys had to leave out of the game in development?
Oh man, I think I could have done bosses all day. I'm such a huge gamer, and they're like I said, they're a cool opportunity to introduce additional genres. And so we had talked about doing kind of like a little Rampage nod where you'd be playing Pac-Man, like our Pac-Man game, but in the background there'd be this giant creature, and it would have been big and bad. And he was going to be knocking down walls and breaking them and smashing food out of the maze made out of building as he played.
Wow.
What did I just
That's awesome, but quite ambitious.
Indeed.
Sorry, I didn't know what I got hit by there.
Oh, I missed it.
Bullets?
Maybe.
One thing I should throw out there, pro tip, is it doesn't look like it at first blush, but you actually have all one health bar. It's just illustrated differently based on your form. And so, like platformers, traditionally you take 2 hits and you're dead. And so what we did is, when you're a platformer, you've always got 10 health, but your platformer takes 5 damage per hit to kind of represent the 2.
Yeah.
And so, if you get hit as a platformer, you're going to take more damage.
Simple and eloquent way to kind of show that off.
I'm gonna go in.
Oh. Well done.
Do it!
Goodness.
If you hold the jump button, you'll get more loft as you transform. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, well, so actually, that was actually a cool challenge to the thing, to making this game is it was really important to me, and I think to the gameplay, that we were really faithful with when it comes to like momentum and inertia and things like that. That, you know, when you jetpack out of the top of a bubble, that whatever speed you had reached when you hit that top of that physics bubble, that's the speed you kind of dolphin breach out the top of it, and that affects the height of the jump you can achieve and things. And so when you start, you know, double jumping out of one bubble into another, I think that seamlessness, for me, is what I really enjoy. Like, I love diving back and forth between different genres on the fly.
That being said, with the bosses, and you could make bosses all day, and the fact that with this palette, there's so much you can do with it. Do you guys have any plans for the future? I know it's early to ask, but
Sure. Well, I think we've only just barely met her as far as we are right now, but there's a character that's the handmaiden, and she's like, you know, servant to the princess, and but she's like a decked out proper knight. She's a proper warrior, and you know, she can hold her own, and she actually takes care of some of the bosses for you that happen off screen, things like that.
My wife would also totally appreciate that.
Yeah, and so I think it'd be really fun to explore, like, your paths cross and meet and braid together as you play this game, so I think it'd be really fun to kind of check in on her now and then and tell that side story, especially because when you see her, for some reason, she's not subject to the effects of these dimensional portals. She always retains her same powers and look. And so the idea of playing through some of the levels restricted in your ability, like always as a platformer and with a sword. But, you know, how do you cross a vast stretch of space when all you can do is bounce off the spaceships? I think that'd be a really fun thing to explore. But then also, we made our own level editor to make this game because making levels was getting way too zany to make them, you know, coding by hand. And so it wouldn't take a ton of work to make that level editor available to everyone else. And I think that's super fun to see what other people come up with.
You know, that was definitely one of the main selling points for Cloudberry Kingdom.
Yeah.
And that one was even just like sliders and menus.
Yeah, for this, it's definitely different compared to some other games you know, I've built. It's before you can start putting enemies and so forth. You have to paint the world with dimensions.
Oh, right. Oh, interesting.
Crap.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
I had no idea where I was going.
This is one thing I wanted to comment on, is so many games you'll see the loading tips. But your loading tips are actually ridiculously helpful.
Oh, I've been reading them and all. I've been too focused on the game.
That's where I first saw about the one life bar. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, nice.
I think originally a lot of them were written really goofy on purpose and like jokey, and we had to debate if they were still useful.
Fudge.
You got this.
Fudging.
It's like Crystal Catacombs right here.
I didn't get to play that. You did.
Have you not played it yet?
No.
Oh, you should. It's good.
It helped, actually. You can always slash any projectile out of the air with your sword.
Oh god, are those spikes?
Yes, those are spikes.
There are some spikes. They're just here to say what's up, you know.
Yeah, like that douche.
They're just visiting.
Oh,
man.
You got it. You got it. Come on, you played Super Meat Boy.
Oh! Yeah, and one of the
exactly
hardest
like
levels was when I had to deal with the lava and stuff.
Well, that's like the factory. That's the salt mines. You're fine.
Oh, it's right there. Whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, that's definitely... Like, for me, I often do like a run to lock down my win, a run to collect all the gems, and then a run to blast the goal time.
That makes sense.
So what you're saying is you have lasting appeal.
I think you said it. If I can say it too.
Yeah.
What is going on?
This game is
Fall
so
Hunter.
neat.
Like, why is there all these missing platforms?
So, what we did, we color-coded all the dots. And so, for example, you've already figured out, you know, if you pick up all the red dots, the red door is open. Pick up all the blue dots, the blue door is open. But the opposite can also happen. We've got trap doors throughout the world. And if you pick up all the same color as the trap doors, while some doors open, some doors close.
You almost said the name of the color there, didn't you?
Well, so you just picked up all the blue ones, and there was kind of wireframe blue platforms above. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
Ooh.
Stop doing this. I want purple. Stop going there.
The purple ones are grape flavored.
The snozberry tastes like snozberry. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, good. You
Whoa.
let him out. That's nice of you.
What? I turned.
No, you got eaten by a minotaur.
Oh, serious.
Oh.
Dang it. I'm starting over again.
I love this music.
Everything just tastes purple for a second there.
It does kind of remind me of... The music kind of reminds me of like the catchiness of Default Dan.
Yeah. You know what? This
What is it?
Default Dan. It's another game we had on the show a while back.
Where it's the anti-platformer.
Yeah. That was before we were with IGM.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a long time ago.
Oop.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's a very odd game where basically, in essence, you have to do everything that you were trained not to do.
Yeah, like
Oh.
spikes will bounce you, but collecting coins will kill you.
Is it kind of I want to be the guy?
Oh god, this guy's fast.
They say that it's a rage game, and it kind of is, but not that difficult.
Oh,
Okay.
I think it was pretty difficult considering that the first boss. you
Yeah,
couldn't
but not
beat-
like I want to be the guy.
Okay, no, that was just.
I love that game. That game is so clever, though. It's so clever in the ways it creeps you.
Yeah. You know, I don't know why, but this music is reminding me of a really old game that nobody's gonna get. It's a McDonald's game called like McKids.
Oh,
I
McKids.
actually know that.
Yeah.
Every video game nerd played that.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
I don't know why that music when you're in Pac-Man area kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, he totally had
Why? That game was great. Yeah.
I love favorite game of the year.
Yeah, of course.
that. Anything with McDonald's advertising
Oh.
is game of the year. Oh no.
It's a spaceship book.
Hey,
Well, I wonder what the book's about.
the spaceship writes pages.
It's the Impossible Game. No, what was it called? The Impossible Quiz.
Oh,
Oh god. Oh god. What are you
Wow!
doing to me?
Straight out of Mario 2.
yeah.
Whoa. This is getting difficult.
Oh my god, this one is a delight.
Seriously, this is only the first area.
I could watch this for like days. Yeah, we're still in the first act, aren't we? We haven't got to a boss yet.
Oh no. More Pac-Man. Pac-Man. Oh.
Mm,
It is.
You only need to get the yellow, which means you have to get the green. Get the green and the yellow.
Smirt. Smirt.
SMRT. I mean,
Ugh.
SMART.
Oh, don't get all the yellow yet.
Haha, nice, yes.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Double smirt.
Try to pull a fast one on us, huh?
Well, it would have worked on me, that's for damn sure. Wasn't really trapped, just basically telling you that you're still.
Oh my god, the soundtrack is awesome. I'm gonna need the link to that EP. It's right on Steam, you said?
I'll drop it in chat right now.
Perfect.
It's right now. I haven't even mentioned Steam Summer Sale, of course, and we're spanking new, but we're participating. So the game is actually $8.99 right now, under $9 for this week until the Steam Summer Sale is over. Wow, that's hard to say. And yeah, the EP's on there as well, bundled in for I think just a couple bucks more right now. So yeah, obviously I'm super biased, but I recommend it.
Yeah. Well, I am not super biased, but I still recommend it.
Wait, I can go up this way. I can't go up this way. Yeah.
You can't.
Because it's like Mario 3.
Or is it?
Some of those are in the background foreground.
Exactly.
You just need to find the white block so you can go behind
What are
them.
these things?
But I think if you're holding the key, then they don't stop chasing you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the.
And so you actually kind of went the expert route. That extra shard that was kind of underground in that jetpack area, that summons the second chaser.
Oh, okay.
That's neat, though.
Oh, it's a magnet.
Oh, giant
It's a
magnet.
killer magnet.
That looks
So
like a bacon.
one thing we noticed is so it's a magnet, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not made of metal, so I think it's not magnetic. I think it's just a creeper.
Shinobi! Oh god, I'm on the edge. Yeah,
Magnet
just jump
totally
right over me. I'm cool with that. This better be the one that I beat quickly. Come on. Did I get it?
109.
See it? I don't even know.
Oh, this game's on Steam now, so I'm sure somebody beat that level in like
of course
22 seconds. My buddy the jerk.
41 seconds. My God.
Called it.
See, now I'm interested. I made a small tweak to this boss right here today, and so we'll see how up to date you are. You're like, it's subtle, you won't notice, but I will.
Oh, good.
This will be like default Dan too.
You escaped our castle, cheater.
So this voice is mine. The voice of Zeke is me.
Oh, ridiculous. I explode you again. For big and bad empire.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, a little bit of Sonic the Hedgehog going on here.
Yeah.
A little bit of
Oh,
robotic.
hello.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Whoa, okay. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What the fuck am I doing?
Hey, hey.
What the
I mean, what the devil?
doing?
What the deuce?
So you can't touch him.
You can't touch him, you can't touch the bombs, but every so often he's going to pull back his hood and take a swoop down at you, and that's going to be your chance to jump on his head.
Oh.
Classic. Love it. Oh, snap.
Da-na-na-na, da-na, da-na.
What are you doing now?
It's the claw.
Whoa!
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, snap.
Ugh. Oh, I gotta wait till he goes down.
Yeah.
Crap, here, you do it.
Okay.
You're the Sega master.
I didn't own a Sega.
Yeah, me neither.
I was on Nintendo. I was like you.
Same. Yeah.
I mean, I have them now.
The bombs follow you, bro. The bombs follow you.
It's cool,
It's
bro.
like they're thinky bombs.
It's like they know you.
Whoa! Oh,
And you only get hit. You can only
Yeah,
get
I
hit
know.
twice.
so each one does 5 damage.
Hey, Savvy, I had to do that for him for hyphen, so you know, it's you know, we're even now. So there's that. There's that.
We're pretty even. I mean, 2 weeks ago you actually beat me in a game. That doesn't usually happen.
We all have our strengths. And I'm.
Oh right, I can run.
Nice,
Oh, that
one
makes
down.
sense. Oh,
But you
oh,
still have. You only have one hit you can take.
I'm so,
Yeah, he's going to need 4 more hits.
I'm so bad at what? Not 3?
Yeah, that's 5.
I'm so bad.
And
at
that's why I'm
platformers.
curious about which build you might have, because there's a bit that'll make it that easier.
Huh.
Walks.
Oh. Just want to say this is the first time I played this game, and I hit him.
Whoa!
You make it look good.
Oh god!
Oh snap! My
That
butt.
started to remind me
My
of Donkey Kong Country. Fighting King K. Rool. Sorry, King K. Rool.
Actually, it remind me a little bit of Kirby's Game.
Yeah, well, but you can't suck up the bombs and blow them back.
No, that'd be a lot easier.
You should make a secret gun.
Just a BFG.
Yes.
Not something that can destroy everything with one hit, just something that sucks up the bombs and shoots them back.
Well, it's actually, this might be too... You know, if you pick up all the power-ups and all the armor pieces, and you got full E-tanks, then you can actually pick up a Hadouken late in the game.
Oh my god, really?
No, that was
Okay,
just a really
okay.
cheap Mega Man
That's-
reference.
I was like, oh my god, if this has got some X in it, I'm in. that'll be number 2. It's Concursion, the sequel.
Yeah, well,
The search
number
for
2
more
we'll
genres.
chat with. We'll see if we can get some characters that you know in the game, maybe.
Yes.
Some TerraTech in the game, driving around.
Yeah.
You can add guns to your guy that are just lying around from other...
And giant
monsters.
monster truck wheels. Those were the important.
Yes.
You have to have giant monster truck wheels on all of your characters.
Strap an engine to the bottom and like a huge wheel to one side, but a smaller wheel to the other side.
Oh, that'd be an interesting concept. You take some of your stuff off and put it onto the opponent.
That would be amazing.
Screws them up.
That is amazing. Yes.
A hort! You're going a hort!
I thought you were doing a Mickey impression.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, grabbing the heart right away, not saving it. Full health, bold.
Oh.
That's me being super cocky. That's all that
Bold.
is.
I would have picked this just
I heard
because
fortune favors you.
Also, I'm the best kind of Dorito flavor.
You're nacho cheesier?
Bold barbecue, baby.
I'm all about the spicy nacho. I want to try the Doritos roulette.
I was gonna say, how do we feel about the mystery flavors? Like, it was my favorite Airhead, but I don't know.
I want to try the roulette just because apparently there's one stupid spicy chip in it. I don't know how spicy it is.
This segment has been worth it because it's been an awesome game, but also just the conversation in this Skype.
Oh, whoa.
Booyah!
See, I like that my videos of just a hair behind you, and then here you go, oof! And then, like, 10 seconds later, oh!
Explode is me.
Explode is me! You get my treasure, but you're not
The
finding
world
them
will be
all.
destroyed. Man, if you would have just put a Zero Wing reference into this, I would have chuckled.
All the
harder.
crystals are
Make
belong
your
to
time.
him?
Make your time. What you say?
What?
Yeah. Also, maybe some Battletoads just to make people salty.
Oh,
Right,
yeah, put
yeah,
it,
just-
yeah.
You know, just that one speeder bike level. Just over and over, 10 times in a row.
I feel like somebody should just make that an endless runner on Kickstarter. Just don't even change it. Just take it from the game and make it endless.
Right?
And then put ads
Rage
in it
Simulator.
and make millions of dollars
Yeah,
off
Rage
of it.
Simulator 2014.
Call it Flappy Toads.
Flappy Toads Joyride.
Patent pending.
See,
It's so tiny!
that's one thing that I want to play with this, is doing like a little procedural generated infinite runner, but I'm not sure if I can figure out how to put all 5 flavors together. Like, we've got some levels that are, you know, forced motion, high speed, keep on rolling through them, but I just think it'd be fun, like, how far can you go?
You need some Zelda as well. The dungeon, like the screen dungeon style.
Yeah.
Double jump up there.
Yeah.
Have you tried NES Remix?
I have not. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I see. I need the momentum. Like this, and then over. Oh. I got it. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it. No, we're not.
No.
We're not.
But I believe in you so much.
Oh, me too.
We're so close.
So if you take your first jump as the platformer, he jumps higher than the ninja, and then you can catch your double jump as the ninja and get that height.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
I'm not
indeed.
thinking with enough portals, that's all.
Now you're thinking with double jumps.
Yeah, this level's gonna introduce. So every time you turn back into the ninja, you get your double jump back again. And so eventually it turns into triple jump, quadruple jump, and you can like cross huge swaths as long as you stop being the ninja for a little bit.
Whoa. Now,
I'm
of course,
gonna
that's
like
completely
this.
intentional
What's
too,
with the
right?
fine?
Oh yeah, no, the moment I discovered we could do that, there was no way I was taking that out.
Nice.
I love
There's so-
that. So many developers would be like, oh, dang, I found an exploit. Okay, what are we going to do to fix this? You're just like,
no.
There's an exploit that we can use.
It was early on, and it was just like, no, this is a lot of levels are this.
That was just like with, what is it,
Yep.
Solar Storm last week. We watched
yeah.
the beginning of it, and they're just like, so this part here where you see the spaceship floating over the Earth was actually a glitch.
Yeah, that was so funny.
So we decided to use it. And we're like, how does that be a glitch?
Yeah. I also love when he's in combat, he's like, if you want to do this easy, don't shoot at the ship. Just shoot at the parts holding the ship together. I was like, oh. Alright.
Yeah, Slash, our ninja is Slash, became just known as the puzzle breaker to us. Like, every time you build this interesting jump puzzle, if you had even like a little bit of ninja space in it, it was just like, oh, right, I can grab the walls and I can double jump, I'm out.
GG. Oh, I see. We're doing this.
Oh yeah,
We are doing
Totes
this.
doing it. Totes my goats.
I'm gonna break this puzzle like an egg.
Like,
Like a puzzle
Yeah.
that needs to be broken.
Yeah. Huh, huh,
No.
oh, not enough. I need to run.
try taking your first double jump in that first bubble.
Okay.
So you get extra air out of the first bubble. I like this. I want to sit next to everyone who plays and just be like, ooh, I want to watch you do it.
Oh man. So usually I say we'd love to invite you back on the show when you have big updates, but you're launched.
We are launched.
If you
I
guys
can
have
make things up. Like
Yeah.
tomorrow, we're Hyper Edition and Super Ultra are coming out.
Turbo, you need Turbo Edition.
Right.
Oh, yes. The more words in the title, the better a game it is.
What was I gonna
It's
say?
Concursion 2 Championship Edition, Ultra Turbo.
Yeah, Championship
Legend of
Edition
Curly's
has
Gold.
to be at
Yeah.
the end. It has to be Turbo Championship Edition.
Oh, but I was gonna say, if you guys do have any major content that comes out, any big patches, any DLC, or your next project, let us know, because
Sure.
We always
You
enjoy
have
having
taken-
follow-ups and having people back, and you're good at talking.
you have taken retro gaming and turned it into this really interesting kind of art style that I'm just loving the whole
Thank you.
concept behind this. So, kudos.
Yeah, I'd love to come back anytime. Tons of fun, sure.
Oh, why am I? Oh, I need to get a game. That's why I'm doing it.
Don't dead here.
Don't not ever dead.
Don't dead.
Why don't
Whoa!
you shoot eggs?
Boom.
Don't dead.
I'm used to you shooting eggs, and it's throwing me off.
Don't dead.
Thanks. Ah, fire! Oh, wait,
Boom.
I can slash it. Don't even. Bro.
Yeah,
So
you can flash
crazy
over your
seeing
head.
The different, the different monsters in the different areas.
Right?
The monsters in the wrong
Oh,
area.
right. It's like the retro stuff. Right, because we're in second generation or higher generation console gaming. We have sticks, not D-pads.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm playing retro games, and it's retroing me.
Did you get out retro? Oh, the joystick. Oh man, I play on a D-pad.
The D-pad is not great.
I don't love the
on,
Xbox.
on this
D-pad.
controller, it's not great.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I-
agree.
The type of D-pad you need is one that isn't just in a circle. You need to have it like individual up, down, left, right.
Oddly enough, I'm actually using my PS4 controller for my PC.
Yeah,
stuff
see, the
now.
PS4 controller would be great for this because you
Yep.
have specifically
You've
up,
got a
down,
really
left, right.
nice D-pad on that one.
Yeah, it's like I would never say that I like the Logitech better than like Xbox, but just the D-pad I do. Like I've been sticking to my NES, my Super Nintendo, and my PlayStation for this. Like anything you got works, but yeah, a proper
DDR
D-pad, no
pad.
connection, no webbing.
That'd be impossible.
Yeah, don't bring that one up with us, because Mikey Giant has had developers make special versions of their game so he could play it on the
No,
DDR
they
pad.
didn't make special version of the game. They gave me
Spikes.
They gave me a program that converts their game to use.
Oh,
Yeah,
still ridiculous.
Yeah,
yeah. I always this is brought up constantly for any developers who want to make an extreme edition of one of their
Which is why we
games.
need to get Necrodancer.
I have Necrodancer. I already talked.
No, but
to
we
them.
need them on the show.
Yeah, I already talked to them. After we're talking again, but
Oh,
basically, I have two DDR pads, and I managed to get it working on a game that it should not work on.
okay. Oh wait, are you playing like Mega Man with the DDR pad?
I could.
I like I said, in college I was really into DDR. I tried stuff like that. I had my DDR to PS2 converter.
Yep. Oh my God. Yep. I know
And now
exactly
I have-
what you mean.
And I purposely bought two USB DDR pads to try them on games. I could go as far as making it so that this game can run on a Guitar Hero controller.
But could you win?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, making it work on
Oh, snap.
on a strange
Goodness.
controller is one thing.
Get over here, wizard. Get over here, wizard. Oh,
You're gonna kill yourself.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I have so much faith. You know what you gotta do? Death from above. Get up over him and slash down.
Oh yeah, they just go and attack you and then blow up.
Wow. Give to me. Nope.
Nope. No.
All your treasures are mine.
Give.
Nope. Check that. Nope. Alright.
Oh. Hiyo.
Are we? Do you think we'll have enough time to get to the second boss? Yeah.
We're 4
probably
minutes.
4 minutes.
Oh, probably not.
Speed run. Speed run time.
Rage.
Speed run. Oh,
I don't do speed runs. I die.
die run.
I would still watch that.
I'm sure you would.
See how many deaths you can rack up in a game where you shouldn't die.
Yeah. Oh.
Like that.
However, I also don't rage at games.
You should have a death counter in this game.
I thought about it. I thought it might be depressing though.
No, it's never
like somebody
depressing.
who's like 98. Hooray! I win.
Ah, bees! It's Maya the bee.
I'm covered in bees.
Not bees.
Whoop.
Well, I went Eddie Izzard and you went Nick Jr.
Yep. I always go Nick Cage over anyone else.
What am
Yeah.
I doing?
All about Ghost Rider all the time.
Oh man. You know, he was really looking forward to that because he is named after Luke Cage. Because he's a huge Marvel fan.
I heard about that. You know, I nerd on all fronts. I'm at the comic shop every Wednesday.
We are friends. We should talk socially.
Did we just become best friends?
That just happened. Damn it. You're not gonna get it.
But does he respawn though?
You can jump over it.
No, but I wanted to get
You
it
might be
there.
able to get it from that. I don't know.
Nope,
Oh.
not gonna happen.
Oh.
Disco!
Ba-na-na-na-na.
Ooh, it's Matt warm in here.
Getting
You're a
all
wonderful
misty.
dancer. I don't know if I remember to say that.
Oh, I
Getting
thank
all
you.
misty in here.
I have the
How was
shoes.
that ready in the chat? Did we just become
Sam-
best friends?
Savvy is really good at getting. Hey, don't chew on my hand.
Yeah, Savvy's like. What?
On it.
Oh. She's a very good mod for us. Oh, this is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shot pursuit.
And I can't shoot them.
Oh,
they're
you
metal
can
in the
fall at the
middle.
Yeah.
bottom.
And when I go up there, I have no shots. I have
Ah.
no shots.
Nasty.
So why am I still shooting? I don't know. I like to shoot. It's a fun noise.
Yes. Did you make your own sound effects?
yeah, most of them are mouth sounds that they're just run through a lot of filters.
You'd be
Mostly,
surprised
like-
how much you can do with that.
So, my buddy Dave. So Puba is three guys plus
cute, man.
Chris.
You got
and, Dave, who's our QC gent, also did all of our sound effects, and almost all of them start with like, and then just running it through filters.
That's
Like
so
6
cool,
hours
though.
of fart sounds. Like, what are you doing, Dave? I'm getting a lot done. I know you don't believe me.
That's when I was in school for audio. When we used to do Foley, it was crazy some of the things that you had to come up with. Oh my God, I'm amazing.
You got lucky.
Best
No, that's
around.
right. Oh
Yeah.
my God, you can watch me play anytime if you just want to provide the soundtrack.
No one's ever going to get you down.
Oh,
Whoa,
Oh, hello.
What's that?
oh, he's probably gonna shoot.
He might just want to hang out.
Darn, no friendly fire? That
Yeah.
sucks.
Oh, he's not a friend. He's trying to shoot me.
Maybe you should try to lure him as far forward as you can and try to go behind him once he tries to shoot you.
Why? He's got a really simple mechanic.
Oh, he
Gosh.
still goes backwards.
Yeah,
Okay, never
when
mind.
the top turns into Rescue again, the name of our platformer, there might be tricks like that you can do.
You're right there, too.
I know. I know.
Oof. Ooh.
Okay, we'll see if we.
I was waiting for a smashing skip. I was waiting for a smashing.
I thought you were going. Oh, what was that?
I don't think I feel the way about that picture that I'm supposed to.
He's everywhere.
I'm not sure if that picture's appropriate.
It's totally appropriate.
No! Oh, that was close. Had to eat a damage. Ba 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 ba. Let's see if I go up. No, I got it.
So exactly, if you pull up when you leave the dimension,
Then
you'll
you-
keep that momentum just like you took a jump.
Yep.
See that?
Smashing. That's who I was thinking of.
Terry Crew.
From the Wild. Oh, he's one of
Dorkers?
you. He's one of
Gobble gobble.
you. This is completely unrelated in every way, but Giant, you know Mystery Science Theater?
Yeah.
I found out that they're still doing that.
Oh, Rift Tracks.
Rift Tracks, right?
Yes.
I knew you would know it. You are a very amazing man.
We're joined at the heart.
I agree. But yeah, rifttracks.com. They've been doing it for a couple of years, it looks like. And they do like modern movies. So like they did Avatar and The Matrix and stuff like that. It's
A couple weeks ago, I watched Starship Troopers. I was gonna say, how does that movie slip my mind? Starship Troopers.
Oh yeah. Done by Rift Tracks?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
they got the A.
Oh
I mean,
my
I
God.
can quote that movie all day though.
This one out, man.
That's not what I wanted. Oh, that's kind of what I wanted. That's not what I really wanted.
So you made it. You won. Don't kill yourself. You're right there. Don't kill yourself.
This stream got really dark.
Double jump.
Oh, I keep double jumping into the golden spot. Oh, it's.
You
No.
most certainly made a friend of that wall.
I know. Like best friends.
What are you doing?
It's hard because you jump to get out of it.
Well, so don't jump to get out of it. Just hold your gas.
There we go. There we go. Ah! No! Okay, we have 2 left.
We have 2 left and it's
no.
9:02. So
That's
if you don't
fine.
get this, you lose.
Oh, 1 left. So, Twitchy.
I am on the edge of my seat.
Hiya. No. No. Yes. No. Yes. No.
I've never wanted something more.
Now you have to win. Yay! Smashing!
This has been Concursion, which is available on Steam right now. I don't know why you guys are still in our stream watching this and not playing it. Go buy it because this game is awesome in so many ways, and it has so much content that that's an amazing gift.
T-Rex.
What just happened? Fine. It broke.
Savvy, can you do me a favor? Link the Steam page for this game. It's $9 right now. Go buy it.
The time to strike is Science Guy.
Russ, thank you so much for being on. Russ, that was
Yeah.
Danny.
Thanks, George, for being on this show, Steve.
Thanks, Vinny.
It's awesome.
Frick. But thank you so much, Danny, for being on the show. It was a pleasure.
Thank you guys. It was tons of fun.
We need to get you back on the show, even if we just do the same game, because this was a lot of fun.
Cool. Yeah.
I wanted to ask for streaming and YouTube, if we can get permission for that. Whether we want to do series, something like that, that would be awesome.
Yeah, you can anything you like.
Okay, perfect.
And monetization, that's all cool and all that. We're not cool enough to have any kind of like media tracky dealio.
No worries. Okay. Once again, thank you guys for joining us. We have a lot of great shows coming up this week. I'm continuing my Magica series with Killer Peachy tomorrow, and then we have some new stuff coming Wednesday, Thursday. So make sure to stay tuned.
Yeah, next Monday is going to be a crazy good show.
Oh, I'm not going to give any
Yeah.
spoilers away, but we may have one of our. Was he our second?
He was second or
second.
third.
But one of the first people that we had on Average Giants is coming back with a game that is close to launch. At least we're playing the multiplayer.
Yeah, it's gonna be multiplayer.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be multiplayer.
Anyway, thank you so much, Danny.
Thank you.
Much love, everybody, and we will see y'all next time.
Laters! Woo! You're supposed to stop it right now.
God, I can't
Supposed
get
to stop